Hey, it's August 9th, Buoy 10 report. We went out in the salt today, and we were planning on hitting the river, but we were worried the outgoing tide, the minus tide in the morning, might make the bar a little too rough, and the conditions were looking like it might be a little rougher. So we were planning on hitting the river, which we started out on the Washington side, trying to find that calmer water, and we fished for like 10 minutes, and then they called up on the radio and said, hey, bar report, bar's unrestricted. And we're like, okay, well, let's go check it out. So we went and checked it out, and it was a little lumpy, but not too bad. And so we skirted around and got out there, and we ended up spending the day out in the salt. We worked from basically to the north out in like 80 to 100 feet, and we caught a few fish, got a couple coho, saw a bunch of boats. Then we worked down to the green line, saw a few fish, caught a few fish. And then we went all the way down to the red, down by the CR, and we caught a ton of fish, a ton of mackerel. There was birds and stuff, but it was kind of hard to find keepers. We kept losing a lot of fish. It was just kind of one of those days where you lose fish. There were 4 of us, and we ended up with 7 fish. So we couldn't get that last one, but that's how it goes. When we came in from the ocean, when we were passing Buoy 10, it was getting close to high tide. We were seeing nets fly left and right. And we saw nets going off all the way up to Hammond. So if you're fishing tomorrow, there's some insight there on the high tide and the incoming, which the incoming was pretty intense. It was pushing the buoys up. So, like I said, you're good. This is a report from just a regular guy. I just make videos and go out for fun with the family and friends, so I'm not a guide. I'm not down there every day, but, just give my perspective. Like I said, a few people do this. Some awesome guides do these updates. They're there every day. You're going to get great insight. I'm just offering a little different perspective, from my perspective, what I see, and maybe if it's a little bit of intel that might help you. Hey, cool. If you catch fish and get a little more intel, well, subscribe to me. That would be awesome and help me out a lot. If you have any questions about anything, like I said, I'm trying to think of anything else that might happen. Out in the ocean, we really had to kind of move around. Again, we were there last Monday, and they were pretty spread out. And so at least our observation was you could kind of pick up your fish from one to the next, if you stayed in an area, but it was like 1 or 2, and then you get a big while, long break, and then 1 or 2, and there was like sporadic jellyfish, which made things difficult. And then when we moved to the south to the CR buoy, there was a ton of mackerel, like 2-foot mackerel sometimes they were biting every 5 minutes. Every other bite was like a mackerel. And, it's kind of a pain when you're trying to get a salmon. So we'd have like 5 mackerel and then 1 salmon. And just so you know, down by the CR, we were seeing a lot of tiny Chinook. So no keeper, not a lot of keepers, at least we observed. And we saw a lot of other boats tossing back like short Chinook. So, if you're going to run all the way out there, just be aware, like today, we didn't find a lot of keepers that far out. So we kind of worked our way into the red line and found some good fish, but we worked for it today. We didn't get all our fish. So probably could have, but we got kind of tired and the fog started pushing in on that high tide. So anyway, like I said, if you like this stuff, please subscribe, and I'll have a video coming out, but it's going to take me like a week or so to do it. So stay tuned and check that out. Thanks.